Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's had a great weekend so far. I know it's a little bit colder. Just got back from up the coast, so had a couple of weeks of holiday / working remotely, which has been really good family time. And it's always a good time to recharge the batteries at the halfway point of the year. We usually find that school holidays is a very quiet time. June, July hasn't always been that, but since the last couple of years, I noticed that a lot of people tend to go away. So it's been a quieter time. I know myself sold pretty much all the listings that I had prior to launching some really exciting properties tomorrow. Namely, three of them I can name. We've got 55 Hebe Street in Barton. The owners of the property are a lovely couple who I've known for many years. They've held the Barton record for a couple of times on certain properties, so I'm looking forward to taking that to market. We got 5 Ross Street coming onto the market tomorrow, which is highly anticipated, and it is definitely worth having a look and coming through to see what is possible. Using recycled goods and not only showing the luxury that you can make a property, but also doing it in the right fashion and doing it with with all that's going on in the environment at the moment, really environmentally friendly, and also the benefits that'll pass on to you and your family. So that's a really exciting one at 5 Ross Street for the Solaire Property Boys. And also 4 Club Street in Paddington, which is a great family home, and I expect to see some high interest. We've got some more launching. We've got some ones. We've got Croydon Road, which will be coming up as well for the Lily Build and P&R Lee Builders. That should be starting in the next week or two. We've sold there's 3 being sold there. I've sold 2 of them, and there's a few more left there. So that's going to be very exciting as well with those guys. They always deliver a great product, as all the developers do that I work with. So really exciting times. So it's been good to have a breather, and I'm definitely ready to get back into it. I noticed I started getting itchy. I did a post, you can hear my beautiful son in the background. He doesn't want me to go back to work. I did a post during the week and how I changed my work strategies a little bit, to be foot down. And look, it's been a really full-on year for me personally, and I'm only speaking from my experience here. With the birth for Sam and I of our beautiful son Charleston, so there wasn't really a break realistically from the start to the end. I took 6 days off when he was born, and then we it was right in the middle of the thick of a lot of big sales and big listings, so worked through. So it was good to get those refreshed, and as James Lilly pointed out, I think I needed a little bit of a break, which is good. So now it's foot down till September school holidays. Excuse me. So there'll be a big rush now between now and September school holidays. As I've always said, try and really arrange putting your house on the market around those times, around the school holidays, because you do find that the momentum shifts and people do go away. Speaking again for the suburbs that I work in, you do tend to find that there's a little bit of a lack of action. I mean, I know what Brisbane people are like, and it's been a little bit cold or a bit of a cold snap, and my beautiful parents went out the other night and seen Rosalie and said there wasn't many people around. So, guys, look, I think it's going to be a really good end to the year. Second half starts, tomorrow in my eyes. People are back. I think, usually a week or two people get settled in. You'll start seeing some better, quality properties hit the market. I think you'll see some really good buyer activity. It's still really good buying conditions out there if you're in a position to buy. I chatted to one of the agents, Adrian Reid, up at Noosa, ran into him. He's a guy that I've spoken to a number of times, and he's, seen that the Noosa market have a good climb on the back of Sydney and Melbourne. So I think we'll still see that. But look, I think there'll be some good buyer activity, but there'll be scarcity of buyers. So there'll be some strong buyers out there that have got the money in place, and they will, you've got to make sure that you really take advantage of those ones that have got their finances approved, because as I mentioned, people that could get finance last year may not be able to get finance this year. So with the banks tightening up and in the middle of the Royal Commission, lending criteria has gotten a lot stricter. So guys, look, I think that on the real estate note should be one of the key indicators is tomorrow and the next couple of weeks to see how the market comes back, and I will report in on that, as well as just really I think if you're not in real estate, I get a fair few people that actually message me not from real estate, in sales jobs. I think it's it's a good time to really focus on yourself, and I know we did some reflection up the coast, where we've sort of come this year, Sam and I as a little family unit, and where we want to head to, and if we're on track, and we are definitely on track to where we want to head to by the year's end. So whatever industry you're in, whatever it's in, I know sporting teams, they probably evaluate every week, every day at training and see where their season's going. Looks like real estate is a sport. I love it, and it is competitive, and it is halfway. So this is the start of the second half. And looking forward to it. So guys, look, have a really great week. I hope everyone gets back to school nice and safe, and I look forward to seeing you this weekend's Open Homes. Thank you.